Plaintiff Ronald Mazer was married to the defendant, and they have a daughter together. Ronald claims after their daughter was born, the defendant went back to school and started staying out all night. And he's suing her today for medical and school expenses for their daughter. Defendant Rita Llagas says after she married Ronald, she discovered he was living a double life because he had another wife in another state. Rita claims she recently discovered that Ronald has been abusing their daughter for years, and she denies owing him for medical or school expenses.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
We were married in 1987, and I lived in Atlanta, and she lived in San Diego. And she was supposed to come to Atlanta to live, but she didn't. So I got a job in San Diego in '89. When I got there was another man in the house, and she said it was her roommate. Well, I found out later on that was her boyfriend.
How did you find that out?
Well, I hope I don't have to go into it.
No. You don't. Go ahead.
Well, things got a little better. You know, we tried to work things out. Our daughter was born in January of '91.
Okay.
A couple of months later, she asked if she can go to school to continue her education. I said yes. She started school, and then all of a sudden it seemed like she was wanting to be single again. She didn't come home right from school. The kids would ask, and her children, and of course, my daughter was too young to ask, our daughter, where is my mother? I said, well, she's studying. So in '93...
Did you tell them what you thought she was studying?
I tried to... They were kind of young. I just didn't want to, make a bet.
You said that she had an anatomy class.
Yes.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me give you a side, because I know
Your Honor,
you weren't studying anatomy, really, were you?
No, sir, I wasn't.
Go ahead.
What he said was a lie. The reason why I didn't want to move in with him to Atlanta, because I found out that he was living with his ex-wife. And I don't want to move in with him and his ex-wife in this house. And I didn't know that she's the ex-wife. She called me at my work and told me that she's the wife. I didn't know that
She said, I'm his ex-wife.
No, she's the wife.
She said, I'm his wife.
Correct.
That's not true.
While he was married to me.
Go ahead.
And then I told her, no, you can't be the wife because I'm his wife.
Go ahead.
And then she called me at home again, and I told her, who are you and how did you get my phone number? I said, in my husband's briefcase. I said, well, you can't be the wife because I'm the wife. I didn't know, Your Honor, that he's living two lives. That he has a wife in Georgia and he has a wife in California. That's why I filed a divorce the first time. I tried to annul our marriage, Your Honor, because I found out that he was cheating on me. And then he begged me not to file a divorce. He came to California. He wanted me to cancel the divorce. When I didn't want to cancel the divorce, Your Honor, he told my sister and my brother-in-law that he was dying. And as you can see, Your Honor, he's still alive.
Your Honor, she's telling a lie. I was divorced before I moved to Atlanta. I was divorced several years before that.
Did some woman call her claiming to be your wife?
I have no idea. My ex-wife lived in Georgia. Mm-hmm. She followed me down there, but she is married to somebody else down there. She could have called her. I don't know.
Ask
I
your
questioned her because I used to mention her name. This is the first time I'm hearing that she called at the time we were married and said she was married to...
That is not true, Your Honor, because we have a...
I didn't think we were going through a divorce.
We have his ex-wife on the phone.
Let's get to the medical bills that he's suing about and the school costs, sir.
Okay. I have a breakout.
Let's see.
Here.
Let's get to the divorce first. You say you did petition for a divorce, and did you receive a divorce decree?
I actually canceled the divorce the first time, Your Honor, because I forgive him because I thought he was dying.
About the last time?
The last time, sir, yes.
You have the divorce decree, anyone? Because he's suing for medical expenses. I have to know what the judge ordered.
When we went to the court, Your Honor, we have the amended minutes that all that expenses are not in the divorce decree.
The judge said that I carry our daughter on my medical and my dental, and that all medical bills, all child care, and other expenses will be shared.
Sir, the things you're suing for today, are they in your divorce decree?
No. They're separate. They're agreements between the two of us, what we would pay.
And you did not return to court to have the court approve them and make them part of a new order?
No. The judge just said, you will both share in medical bills.
And you're not suing for those things that the judge ordered?
No, I'm not.
You're suing for an agreement you all had on the side?
Yes.
All right.
And everything that I'm suing for, she has agreed with me or my daughter.
Tell me about it.
Okay. I'm suing for the medical bills that we incurred. Some of it goes back to before 2007 because she was making payments. They were for dental work, braces. I'm suing for...
How much?
Orthodontic is $357.12 because she has paid some of it.
What about the school expenses?
The school expenses is a total of $941.50, but there's other medical bills because of the dentist and physical therapy.
The dental, Your Honor, I was paying that directly to...
Go ahead,
That comes to $1,150.52.
So that was a contract you're suggesting, right?
Yes.
All right.
Because I have...
Your Honor, I have not signed any contract with him.
The problem you have here, sir, is in a contract, there must be an exchange of something. One has to benefit and the other has to benefit. What's the exchange of items?
The expenses that our daughter received medical.
Who receives something in that instance?
Our daughter.
Right. So you don't have a contract with each other?
Yes, I do.
What did you receive? What benefit do you receive?
What benefit?
Yes, a contract requires. In other words, if Doyle and I agree on a contract, I have to receive something, he has to receive something. I say, Doyle, I'll agree to give you that pen. That's not a contract yet. He's the only one that's benefiting. That's a gift. Now, when Doyle says, and in exchange, Judge, I agree to give you $5, then we have a contract. I'm giving him something, he's giving me something back. This is not what we're doing here. So you don't have a contract.
She has agreed to pay.
For $5?
No, this is.
She has agreed to share
I
these
have
expenses.
not agreed anything, Your
I have
Honor.
a statement from her with her signature on it. I also have a letter, notarized letter from my daughter,
Your Honor,
saying that she
Saying
owes
what?
this money. Now,
Your Honor,
How
he
old
wrote
is
that
he?
letter, and I have an email here to prove that.
What is
And
your
the
email?
reason why my daughter...
Although I love my mother, I have to support my father. She agreed to pay all costs.
and
Then she says on this, the notarized letter was not written by me. He wrote it and made me sign it. I fought with him over it, but you know how he can be. He held something over my head,
And
so I would have to do it. It wasn't something I wanted to do at all.
I want to know, Your Honor, what he held over her head, because all these years, I didn't know that he'd been abusing her, and I have a proof of that. My daughter, Your Honor, went to college and wrote an essay about what this man have done to her. All these years, I didn't know that he'd been abusing her.
that was a thing
Yes,
for
you
a school
did.
assignment. I have some stuff showing her character here.
Whose character?
About her throwing her daughter out, throwing her niece out, who was pregnant
Your Honor,
at
all
15.
those are letters from his friends that doesn't even know me.
Well, sir, she does allege abuse by you. You say this was simply a homework assignment. You
high
did
school.
say it was something that she did for school. Who knows the truth there? Sir, let me stop you. One, you don't have a contract. I just tried to explain to you why you don't have a contract. There is no exchange of anything between the two of you. To have a contract, some property or some item or some consideration has to be exchanged. And there's nothing exchanged. There's no promise by her to do something in exchange for you giving her something. That's what a contract is. But the law also is, even if you think that you do have a contract and you think your contract is valid, additionally, the law is that you can't have a side agreement on support of a child aside from what the judge orders. Nothing else matters. Your promise to do something else is a promise of a gift. So whatever else you did, it was a gift. Tell him thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Case dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love my daughter, but she comes up with all these lies. I don't know. I haven't seen what she said my daughter wrote. I don't know. She's talking about me being married to somebody when we weren't married, and she knows darn well. She was running around with all these men. I caught her in the car. I caught her, somebody driving the car with my son, and we found them in a parking lot. We chased them down. And
well, actually,
I have stuff that
he's
says,
a liar and abusive. He abused my daughter. He abused my son. And now he's the one who's cheating and trying to turn it over me, that I'm the one who's a cheater. He's the one who's living with his ex-wife while he was married to me. And I hope that I will never have to deal with him again, because I really don't want to see his face ever in my life.